From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The BC Wildfire Service reports the wind-whipped Parker Lake fire, burning just west of Fort Nelson, has grown to 84 square kilometres. It's about 30 square kilometres bigger than it was 24 hours ago. Canadian Press reporter David Bowles has more on that fire and another that has led to another evacuation order.
The latest came Monday night when the Peace River Regional District issued an evacuation order due to a wildfire near Doig River 206 in northeastern BC. The community is about 60 kilometers northeast of Fort St. John. Evacuees are being told to go to Fort St. John, where an evacuation help center has been set up. It comes as wildfire continues to rage and threaten communities in that part of BC, including Fort Nelson. Northern Rockies Regional Municipalities Mayor Rob Fraser says they're working hard to get any remaining people to evacuate.
Our Emergency Operations Center called as many as they knew phone numbers for, and we had some takers on that, and some more people moved out of the community.
About 4,700 people live in the town, most of whom have left. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
The sexual assault case involving 5 former members of Canada's World Junior Hockey team is due back in a London, Ontario court today. Dylan Dubé, Carter Hart, Michael McLeod, Cal Foote, and Alex Formenton were charged with sexual assault earlier this year in connection with an alleged assault at a London hotel in June 2018. It followed a gala celebrating the team's gold medal win. All 5 players plan to defend themselves against the allegations and have opted for a jury trial. A trial date has not yet been set. Winnipeg police say they're still working to identify one of the victims of admitted serial killer Jeremy Skibitsky. Sergeant Paul Barber told Skibitsky's trial that officers continue to follow up on tips relating to the identity of the victim that Indigenous leaders have named Buffalo Woman. He said police have collected more than 2,000 hours of video evidence. Court heard that while they found surveillance video of Skibitsky with 3 identified female victims, they've been unable to find anything to identify the 4th. Skibitsky is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder in the 2022 deaths. His lawyers say he killed the 4 Indigenous women, but is not criminally responsible due to mental illness. At Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial in New York, his former personal lawyer and fixer, Michael Cohen, testified he was acting on the ex-U.S. president's orders to catch and kill negative stories about him.
Cohen said Trump personally approved an $130,000 hush money payment to Stormy Daniels and approved a plan to reimburse Cohen just days ahead of his presidential inauguration. Trump did not directly address Cohen's testimony, but aimed his anger at the judge overseeing the case.
But we have a corrupt judge, and we have a judge who's highly conflicted, and he's keeping me from campaigning.
This morning, Cohen is expected to testify about a 2017 White House meeting with Trump and an alleged pressure campaign by Trump to prevent his cooperation with authorities in 2018. Peter Harwell-Lambus, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, in NHL playoff action Monday night, Wyatt Johnston scored a shorthanded goal and won on the power play as the Dallas Stars beat the Colorado Avalanche 5-1 to take a 3-1 lead in their second-round playoff series. The Avs lost the services of Valeri Nichushkin, who was suspended just before the game for at least 6 months and placed in Stage 3 of the Player Assistance Program. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Rangers 4-1 in New York. Carolina has won 2 straight, but still trails the best of 7 series, 3-2. In the Professional Women's Hockey League, Minnesota finally got on the board to keep its season alive with a 2-0 victory over visiting Toronto in the semifinals. Toronto still leads the best of 5 playoff series, 2-1. And Dalton Varsho had a homer, 2 RBIs, and a crazy circus catch that prevented a home run as the Toronto Blue Jays beat the American League East leading Baltimore Orioles 3-2 in 10 innings. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.